Hey everyone, VH here. Welcome to one of my Idle Heroes beginner guides. Everything in this playlist is for new or returning players. Please like and subscribe and check out all of my guides. I respond to all comments, so any queries please let me know down below. Let's get into the video. Hey everyone, VH here, and today we're going to be going through my beginner's guild guide in Idle Heroes in 2025. First off, the basics. The guild has multiple facets to it. We'll go through them. The guild tech is used to boost specific classes' stats. The guild bosses primarily is used to farm guild coins. The guild settlement is there to slow down you in the newbie growth plan. You can also build up guild coins and guild solidus there. And the guild store is there for you to buy treasure tickets. Guild tech, to get to the guild tech, go down into the guild, click on territory, and then click on the tech. The guild tech is class specific. There's 5 classes. Start off obviously with your main hero, whatever class they are, build out their tech first. You only need to get to level 10 in each respective node to get to the next upgrade. So for instance here, HP, attack, crit, block, skill damage, speed, and then the 2 mixes. If you're not too worried about speed, but you want to do all the rest of them, when you get around to here, you can just build up to level 10 and move on. You don't have to max it out. Don't forget what class boosts you get. So when you're working out with your character, your hero, make sure you don't overload them on crit or block or anything like that. All the guild tech boosts, which we're going to go through in a sec, are different per class. You have to build out this inner ring first to max level, and then that unlocks the outer rings. The left side of the ring is damage reduction to the other classes. You can pick any of the other classes except for your own one. And on the right hand side is control immunity percentages. There's a few different ones per node. This tends to get built out last. You can reset the first time for free. So if you say have Garuda as your first E5 or your main hero, you can build up the warrior tech. And then if you decide to regress or replace Garuda later on down the road, click this little icon and it regresses it completely. You get back 100% of the stuff you put in. After you've done it for the first time, it costs you 2,000 gems. So remember that. Here's the guild tech costs. The inner ring, which is the most important one, 75.5 million gold, 225,000 guild coins. That's to fully upgrade everything. The left hand side reduces damage up to 30% against the other classes. You have 4 classes, so the total will be 112 million gold, 441,000 guild coins. And the right hand side, 4 nodes again, 33 million each one for 132, and 464,000 guild coins to max it out. These are the class boosts. This is really important. I don't think a lot of players quite understand that there is a significant difference between them. Warrior, Mage and Ranger, which can be considered the 3 main classes, I suppose if you want to call it that, all have the 45% attack, 70% HP, which is universal against all the classes. This is the difference. Warrior and Mage both get crit. Ranger doesn't. Ranger gets like precision and block. Mage gets crit and precision. Warrior gets crit and block. So Warrior misses out on precision. Mage misses out on block. That's fine. All get speed, all get skill damage. Assassin's a really weird one. They have a really high native attack stat as a hero. But then when you see this, the stat boost is significantly lower. It kind of levels it out. They do get crit damage, which is nice. And a bit of armor break as well, which is cool. And Priest, attack, HP, crit, block, speed, and skill damage. So it's nice they get the crit. It's not as important for priests. But yeah, the main thing here is that Ranger is the only class that doesn't get crit, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. Next up is the Guild Altar, or Flame Shrine, depends which level you get to. So again, guild territory, going to the Guild Altar here. You can fight the bosses up to 4 times a day. The first 2 times are free, second 2 times are for gems. Research the boss. So when you're in the first 60, which is like specific heroes, look at what they do. You want to be changing up your third enable as you go. Your third enable on your E5 heroes, or up to E3 I suppose, will determine what you'll pick depending on who you're fighting against. So if they're a hero that doesn't use control, don't have the control purify on. You get lucky with some of them where they don't do any control, any marks or anything like that, and you can just put raw damage on. That's fine, but just think about it. I actually think that quite an efficient way of playing this is when you start 2 or 3 hitting the bosses, start using your gems to get extra hits in. It's a really nice way of getting guild coins. Once you get past level 20, you get about 10,000 guild coins per boss. So that's what I would do. After defeating the 60th boss, you unlock the different level and you start hitting the dummy, and it doesn't matter so much. The reason it matters more at the start, so this is, sorry, I forgot to mention. With your guild, when you start an account, I would 100% start your own guild so that you can go through the bosses. Once these guys die, the next boss comes out up to 60 levels. So if you're in a really active guild and they're smashing through the bosses, you're not getting any rewards. If you go to an established guild, they're going to have killed loads of guild bosses. You're missing out on loads of guild coins. So start your own guild, get up to the 60th boss, and then by all means move on. When you beat the 60th boss, the total accumulated guild coins, taking into account that you get some at the end of defeating it, and you get bonus ones for being the last hit, it works out about 550,000 guild coins, which when we look here is more than enough to complete 2 full rings and some of the left-sided ring, or near enough to do the inner ring and full left side ring of your main hero. Guild settlement. Guild settlement and the ship in Adventure in Celestial Island were both put in the Newbie Growth Plan so you couldn't rush through it. There's literally only a certain amount of these you can do. Don't forget to do it every day. By the end of the Newbie Growth Plan, you have to get 10 of these settlements up to level 2. To get to level 2, it doesn't take an awful lot. It's 5,000 points per settlement. The settlements are split up. You have the factions and you have the classes. So Abyss, Forest, Shadow, Dark, Light, all of them, Ranger, Warrior, etc. So you need to get 10 settlements to level 2. So before feeding your 9 and 10 star hero foods, do their settlements. It might be a bit weird to hold on to these heroes for a couple of extra days before upgrading your main hero, but it just is going to save you time in the guild settlement. And also think about that before building food. See if you have choices between different foods that you can build up. Check your guild settlement out. And if you've got a choice of building up a warrior or a ranger for food, you've already done the warrior tech, and you've already done the warrior guild settlement because you've got Garuda. Do the mage, do the ranger, do whatever, do the opposite. Every level you go up gives you an extra 2 guild coins per hour. So see on this one here, this is like my Flora account I built up. You can see I've just got loads of guild coins. I was doing it to see how quickly she could get through the game, so I wasn't really focused on the account that much. She gets 72 an hour. That ramps up really quick. It caps out at 10,000. Make sure that you do this every day. It's vital to do it. It just helps you with your progress. And double check your Idle Master. When you do Idle Master, if you're going down that route, if you're not really engaged with it every day, you need to make sure that you're not over leveling certain things, right? Like here with Abyss, I've over leveled it. There was no need for me to get to 7,280. I needed to get to 5,000. So yeah, make sure you're doing the right one. Here we've got the hero levels and how much XP they grant. So you can see if you get to 10 star, you only need to do 5 days worth, 9 stars 6, and it gets progressively worse going down here. Once you're further into the game, obviously E5 gives you a massive boost. That's cool. As you get further in the guild settlement, it goes from you needing to use 1 hero to you using 2, and then finally up to 3 heroes, and it caps out at your lowest heroes level. So if you have 2 E5 heroes and 1 10 star, you'll be given 1,140, yeah, of the XP for here. Guild store. There is nothing here that you would buy other than the treasure tickets. That's literally it. So these are using a special search function in your treasure train. It starts off at 6,000 Guild Solidus a day, goes up to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 every ticket you buy. Buy 1 a day. If you're doing your guild settlement and you're doing your guild bosses, you should be able to afford to get 1 of these per day. That should just happen. There is nothing here that you would buy other than these tickets. If you look at 250,000 for Tara, 250,000 for Carrie, it's just an insane amount. And another thing, and I really can't stress this enough, right? So many players do this. You get a 1-to-1 conversion for guild coins to Guild Solidus. So what people do is they think, well, I want to get where I want to get a wall deck copy. It's like they'll trade 150,000 guild coins for Guild Solidus. And I see it on so many people's accounts when they've put stuff up, and you just think, why? Literally nothing else worth talking about. You would not buy anything else here. Just buy the tickets. Just buy the tickets. And to finish off, we're going to briefly talk about Guild War and the Ace Championships. There isn't much for me to say about it. When you're getting up to your 60th boss, you're doing it on your own, so both of those things are irrelevant. You're not going to be taking part in either the Ace Championships or Guild Wars. And then when you move to a guild, they will dictate how you want to play it. So I don't want to give any advice that goes against the grain, and there's so many different ways of doing it, so I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to do my own separate video, because as I said, if you're a beginner and you're watching this, by the time you get to that stage, you're not going to be a beginner anymore. You're going to be a couple of months into the game, 3 months into the game. But yeah, so that's me all done. I really appreciate you watching and listening. Please like and subscribe. I'm doing multiple videos a week. Got tier lists and hero guides coming out. Any more suggestions for videos, please put them down below. Any comments I respond to, so again, chuck them down below. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, stay safe. VH out.